Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube live. Make sure if you are joining me through YouTube that you do subscribe just down below here. Hit that bell and you'll get notified immediately. Or if you're joining me on my Facebook group or page, I truly do appreciate you coming in here. Remember that through Facebook, only the videos will be showing for 1 month. So if you saw something that you liked, you will probably have to go into my YouTube. And it's probably one of the better places anyways to go into YouTube. So sorry for being a few minutes late. I'll explain the reason why in a bit, but not an excuse. It was just poor management on my part. But anyways, welcome. I truly do appreciate it. This is Card Sketch Saturday, and this is where I give you a card sketch. Hopefully you'll join us in the card sketches and in the challenges, and you can earn a tutorial, or you could earn prizes depending on what happens that particular month. But welcome, welcome. I really, truly do appreciate it. I'm humbled by everybody that does join me. So it's something that I truly do appreciate. So if you are joining me, make sure that you do say hello, and we will go from there. So I'm just going to go down to my desktop here. This is Card Sketch number 252. Now somebody asked me to hold it up closer so that they could take a screenshot. Honestly, I'm putting this on my Facebook group and my page at 10:45 so you can get it from there. I know a lot of people do print off my card sketches and then they keep it for if they need inspiration. One thing that I do is I do put just the finished size on here. So the finished size of this card stock is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So at this point it's just a regular card base once it's finished. Hello, Amanda. How are you? I'm really I'm glad that you're joining me. It's probably early evening for you, right? Anyways, well, 10, 8, probably around 7-ish, I'm thinking. Nope, maybe 8-ish because you're in the Netherlands. Anyways, welcome, welcome. So remember, stick to the end because remember I showed the April paper pumpkin, and I am going to show you that I also did this card sketch with the paper pumpkin. And that is the reason why I'm late. I had to quickly go and put that card together, but I want you to see how different a card can look, but it's basically just using the same card sketch. So I hope you're going to enjoy that. Now there are a few things with this one. They have this layer number 2, and I'll just bring this stuff in. I am using Celebratory Sips. Now Celebratory Sips is I'll show you the bundle itself. It's this bundle. It has some pretty amazing parts that go with the suite. You have some the smaller embossing folders. You have these iridescent or holographic gems on there, and then this beautiful ribbon as well, and then of course this die, and then the designer series paper. And you know, I didn't get the rest of the designer series paper out, but here it is. Now if you were also joining me on Wednesday when I had problems with my internet, this is actually going to be a card using the same clues that I used. There's bottles, there's glasses, and shiny, I think was the thing. But that's what we're going to do a card, and you're going to see me use some really different colors that I've never really used together before. Well, one I can't because it was strawberry slush, but anyways. All right, so we'll just keep this up to the side. I have my cardstock. I'm using the strawberry slush because it's a new color that we can use. But look, I'm mixing that strawberry slush with peach pie. Can't believe I did that, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I see I didn't score this, but that's no problem. We can go ahead and score this after. I've just got all my bits and pieces here. All right, so this is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. So you're just going to want to go in and just get a good score line on there. Whoops, let's just turn this around and score it at 4 1/4. Now I could use my scoring blade from here, but I'm just going to come in and I'm actually going to use my take your pick tool with the stylus ends. And I find it works really good for me to use the take your pick tool. All right, so it's strawberry slash, oh, and I'm going to keep this in here. Now, what I did was, on the second layer, it says 4 by 5 1/4, and this I cut out of the designer series paper. This is cute side too, isn't it? Anyways, I'm going to cut here, and this was 4 by 5 1/4, and I know I'm kind of I'm going to be covering some of this up, but I really like this designer series paper as a background. Okay, then I also have a piece of strawberry slush, and it's 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And with this particular embossing folder, I went and I cut this out with this embossing folder. And then I want to show you what I'm going to do with this. Okay, there is this piece here, and I don't know if you see it, where it's cut on a diagonal. So let me show you how we're going to cut that. So I'm just measuring over, and I'm using my my score board because it's easy enough. And I'm just coming in with a light pencil, and I'm just going to mark 1 inch there, and then I'm going to come over and mark 1 inch down at the bottom left, just like that. And then I'm just going to go and cut that off. You know what? I'm going to do it, I think I'll do it this way. I could have done it either way. Let's just go and cut that. Oops. And then, see, I could use either, but let's go ahead, and I'm just going to use this. And this is going to go, oh, look at that. We're going to use the deboss side on here. That is not normally what I would do. Now, I'm going to start layering this side here and then I'll put it onto the card base. So let's just glue that onto there. Now, I could also use this side that doesn't have that much embossing on it, but I'm going to use the one with most of the embossing. This is kind of fun because this embossing folder fades over. Like it's quite embossed on one side and then not quite as embossed on the other side. All right, then what we're going to do is I have this other piece, and this is in the peach pie. See how different the colors look? I think they look great. And this piece is 2 1/4 by 4 1/2. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that onto there. Let's see. Just like that. Oh, King's Day. So everything was orange. Good color, right? It's orange. Everything's orange. Like your Tom Pouce has orange icing on it, right, Amanda? And then it says a 2 5/8 inch circle. So I just did it in white because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this. Is on this designer series paper, and this is kind of fun paper. These you can use as glasses. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to come in, and have I got my, yeah, I got my Memento ink. Remember I did my Memento ink up like this. So I'm just going to come in with this, and I'm going to use this bottle one here, and I think I'll put it right, or jar, or glass, like that. And then I'm going to take this and do a bigger one. And I think I'll just use this. And then this has this thing has ice cubes in there, so I'm actually going to put some ice cubes in these glasses. Hoping this is going to turn out all right, because I could have turned around and just fussy cut the put that there. And I think we're going to need one more, and I think it'll probably be one of these smaller ones. So let's see, we have an orange one, that one. Let's go with kind of this funkier, well, no, let's go with yellow. We'll see how it looks. And then I'm just going to come in with some more ice cubes there. And then we have some dies that cut those out as well. So I'm just going to quickly cut those, because I'm going to cut those out there. There you go. See, I pay attention when I travel, right? I can't believe somebody went one day in the Netherlands, went to Amsterdam, and did nothing. They said the weather was bad. Well, there's lots to do. You can't control the weather when you're okay, this is not going to be good, because I don't think I can find my, there's this, and then, oh, there we go. I was thinking I didn't have my top plate. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in and we're going to quickly cut these. Say I have not played with any of the dies on this set. So I'm just going to come in with my Post-it note tape. That doesn't quite fit on there. Let's see if this works. Maybe what I should have done was let that relax. That's what probably happened. Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened. Well, we'll have to recut that or stamp that. So this is just going to go here. And let's cut that. So I didn't really plan too much with how I was going to decorate this card. It was more the there we go. I like these ice cubes in the bottom there. Let's go here and put this on. Now remember, when you do have a bigger stamp like this, is to let it relax. And the reason you let it relax on the table and pick it up with your stamp is so that you can, so it'll match your die. I would imagine I should take a look at it. I forgot about, oh, look at that. I cut it all wrong. It slipped. Oh. Let's stamp those again. So I'll just come back in with that. Let's go here. Stamp this again. Hello, Laura. Yeah, it would be interesting to be over, to be in the Netherlands during King's Day. Okay, so it's kind of a yellow. You know what? I'm just going to use this one. Come in with my ice cubes. Now, this is also the suite that we're using for the stamp camp, the International Stamp Camp. And if you're interested, no matter what market you're in, we have demonstrators in that market because it's an international. It's a great deal. You get 13 make and takes, plus you also get 13 other alternative projects. So lots to do. All right, so let's go again and try cutting those out. Now, where did I put that big one? There we go. Now, you know what I could have done with that crooked glass? I could have turned around and cut that out I could have cut it out myself. Hello, Colleen and Marie. Weird how these comments are coming up. They're coming up really strange. They're coming up out of order. Anyways, okay, so we have that one, and let's go ahead and cut this one. Like I say, I could have gone and cut these directly out of the designer series paper, which is kind of fun, to just fussy cut it as well. But I wanted these ice cubes in here. Okay, let me get that again. Yeah, I think I should have just fussy cut that one out. It would have been okay. I'm gonna have to Google that for sure. Okay, here we go. And of course we have all these different garnishes and everything else. Let's just get this out of the way for now. And look at all these different leaves and berries, and yeah. Okay, so let's see how that's going to look. Okay, so let's bring that card back in. So where did I put my card? That's part of it. That's the other part. Oh my goodness, here we go. So here it is here. Then this is here. And then we want to put these glasses on here. And probably at this point, what we should have done was even on a scrap piece of paper is maybe go ahead and let's put an umbrella on here. So let's see. This still has that pretty funky paper. So I'm going to go ahead and put, ooh, we'll make this really weird. I'm going to go ahead and put an umbrella in purple. So I'm going to go ahead and also, and I'll just quickly cut this part out. Come and put that right onto there. And we'll fussy cut that. This is neat how you have all these different colors and they're all different. There we go. We'll have that go there. I've already seen some of the projects for this stamp camp, and as usual, it doesn't disappoint. This is such a talented group. All right, so let's just put that there. And we need to have, doesn't really have a string on there, or does it? Yeah, I guess it does. Put that on, let it relax. And come in with this. Whoops. So I was thinking that I'm just going to actually stamp this just like that, and then we can put our umbrella there. All right. And we could have put other things in there, like a cherry on the bottom, an olive on the bottom. There's even an olive here. That's kind of cute too. Anyways, okay, so let's get those on there. Like I say, this is so much fun to play with. one on there. And then we're going to put this on with dimensionals. Oops. Too big at dimensionals. There we go. And like I say, you could do all different kinds of drinks on here, or just glasses of juice even, right? So, oh my goodness, look at that mess I've got going for me there. Let's go back down to there. There we go. All right. Ugh. So this is just going to go here. Now I'm going to just glue this onto here. Here. Let's put our umbrella on with a dimensional or two. Yeah, I just started playing with the dies. So this will just go here. And then, of course, what we want to do is, okay, this is just going to go onto, you know, I could have put, before I did that, I could have done something. This comes, like I say, with this ribbon, which is really kind of fun. But you know what? I think what I'll do is I'm going to come in here, and on the words, we're going to go cheers. And I'm going to actually put that in embossing. Of course I am. Just seeing the comments here. Not going there. Okay, good enough. Just going to go cheers here. We'll do that with white. And then there's also that's just going to go across here. Actually, as a tourist, you don't want to really be around during those big celebrations, do you? I guess you do, and you don't, right? Here in town, we have the Boogie the Bridge, which is a great thing for people running, and they're running small, medium, and large runs, and they go across the bridge. It's great for, oops, it's great for all these athletic ones, that's for sure. Okay, so I'm just going to put, I think I'll put cheers right across there. Oops. I got glue all over my hands. That doesn't happen to any of you, right? That on with the dimensional. Ugh. Here. And on this stamp set is also, so I know that the sketch shows here for the sentiment, but we're just going to actually put it, well, we could do it down there, but I want to show you, this also has this cheers, it's your day is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to come in with this piece here, and I'm going to cut it 1/8 of an inch or 3. I'm going to cut it, I guess it's about 1/4 of an inch. And that's what I'm going to put that other thing. Cheers. It's your day, I think. Cheers, let's celebrate. No, let's go it's your day. Let it relax when you have it down here. come in with this. And I could, and I probably still would. Whoops, oh look at that. See, I got black ink, I think, on there. Just erase that off. And yeah, we're gonna even, hopefully this will show up. It's nice to have these little tiny ones, right? Yeah, I'm covered in glue today. So we'll just go and heat set that. See, I've got glue all over my heat gun too. There we go. I just noticed my nails do not match my shirt. Oh well. All right, so let's just cut that. We'll come in with a strip of our dimensionals. And like I say, you wait till you see this one I did with the paper pumpkin. Exact same one. And like I say, this is also going to be the same as what my clues were for the mystery challenge. So cheers, it's your day, like that. We're not going to put any of that ribbon on there, but we are going to use this. And you know what would be good on this one, or this, there's a strawberry slush and petal pink gems. Let me just put this on here like that. Whoops, just like that. Oh. There. This is for the inside. So what do we want to put on the inside? Maybe what we could do is cut another, like a thing like this. You know what? This one's such a crooked glass. I'm okay to put that in there. Nope, I'm not. All right, so I'm going to leave that for now. And let's just put these gems on. Let's get rid of all this garbage too. Now, I'm going to come in here. Let's put, now some of these are pretty big gems. But oh, how pretty. I'm going to mix that with a smaller one. Whoops. And then we'll put the medium one over here as well. So there is the card. Remember that this is using for the stamp camp in every market. So if you are interested, like Amanda, if you're interested, I have somebody in the Netherlands that can help you out here. If you're in Canada, I'd love you to join mine. All right, so we have that card, and that is from this sketch challenge. Oh, thanks. So it's this sketch challenge. Different colors together, right? Strawberry slush and peach pie. But check this one out. Now, I went ahead, and I'm going to show you what I did with this. Here is the paper pumpkin one, using the same sketch. Woo, eh? Now, what I did was, I had said during my live that what I didn't like to be able to, like, remember it came this way and this way, but it was so full, and it was colored on the back. So I cut these pieces off. So one part is this off the back, and then this is the other part off the back. And then what I'm going to do with these two cards is I'll just cut it down to the one layer down, and I'll put that onto colored cardstock like so, and then I've got extra cards. So see how that worked. So there are the two, using the paper pumpkin and my card sketch. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like, that's a twofer. It's always a twofer after my paper pumpkin, when I show the paper pumpkin on there as well. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry, it kind of went a little overboard, but anyways, if you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. And remember to join in the sketch. You can see just from these two cards that what we've got are two different looking cards all together with this card sketch. All right, so like I say, if you like that, give me the thumbs up, share my video. If you live in Canada, don't forget this, the Celebratory Sips is for a pre-order for the Stamp Camp. 13 make and takes and 13 additional ones available also in the Netherlands, the UK, South Pacific, and also in the States. So if you're interested in any of those, just reach out to me and I'll refer you to the different demonstrators that are there. What else is there? I'll see you on Monday, 12 o'clock, noon Pacific. Thanks. Thanks, Susan. 12 o'clock Pacific with Fancy Folder, a 3D project. I found my other 3D projects that I got from Brisbane, so I'd like to show you some of those at the end of the live that I do on Monday. All right, remember to create because it's great for the soul, and we will see you on Monday at noon. Oh, Sip and Stamp is still on tonight, so if anyone's interested, they can join us. Bring your projects, and we just chit chat and make a bunch of projects. All right, you guys, take care. Bye for now.